Holla at your boy, it is Tommy, and welcome back to 25 Days of Videos, day 23, and today we have a tech video. It is going to be what is on my phone, my iPhone XR to be exact. But before we get into that video, I just want to share an exciting announcement. Coming soon, we are going to have the Holla at your boy podcast, presented by none other than me. I do not know where I will be putting it out to everybody yet. That is something I need to figure out. But the pilot episode will be dropping before New Year's, and then the first episode is going to be with my friend Chris. I played soccer with him at DeSales. He does cinematography, photography, those sort of things. He has some cool projects in the works, some cool projects that he's already finished. It is going to be great to talk about all of that. So I will be posting the link for the pilot episode whenever that comes out. It's just going to be an introduction to what the podcast is about. Now, with all that being said, let's get into today's video. Alright guys, we got my phone, and as you can see, I nerded out, took some inspiration from TikTok and did the different widgets. Let's see if this actually will focus a little bit. I have basically on here just the clock, the date, and a picture of Maddie and I. For some reason, I never use the clock and the date. Like, I just completely forget that it is on there, and I just, never use it. If you're looking at my background, it was just a general one that I found on Google. But it really sets the mood. It's something that I really like. It's artsy fartsy, all that good stuff. Pretty much everything on here is something that I use every day pretty frequently. The podcast app needs to get taken out of there. I no longer use it since Joe Rogan's podcast went to Spotify. It's very rare that I'll actually use the podcast app now. But basically I just have Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok, YouTube, camera, pictures, Safari, which I don't even use that much anymore. I use Chrome, Spotify, and then messages. Here's the thing, it's not the best for productivity because obviously these are all apps to just kind of waste my time. But that's the only thing I keep on there. Everything else I kind of just search for. So let's go into some of the apps that I've started to use a lot more. The DJI app for flying the drone. As you see, we have Goat, Sneaker, and StockX because I got back into sneaker collecting. And then Reddit, obviously, just for funny memes. Keep up to date on some news. It's actually pretty useful. And then we have some games. This one I use for work, Psych. We do it for like icebreakers and group bonding. And then just some other little games I've been playing recently. Been nerding out this SpongeBob game. Don't ask me why, I just do. Goes into social. As you can see, I don't take care of my notifications too often, but yeah, nothing out of the ordinary here. So my productivity and finance is pretty heavy. ADP obviously for work, authenticators for work, bank information, Cash App, Gmail, as you can see, out of control, but I have 4 different emails on there, so that is why. Mail is just my school email at this point that I no longer use. We got different stuff. Robinhood, obviously, for investing. PayPal, I recommend for sending money after getting scammed on Venmo. So yeah, PayPal holds your money for a little bit. Highly recommend it, unless you're just sending money to your friends. When it comes to entertainment, I gotta say, I don't use my phone for anything really but YouTube, but we do have in entertainment. That's really it. I do also bet on FanDuel, and we have the fantasy football stuff, but I've been eliminated from the playoffs in all my leagues, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, I do really like the way that Apple broke everything down. However, I do just use the search if I do ever need anything at all. It's really just the easiest way to do it. I know there's not too many real exciting things on my phone. I guess we can get into games. I do have a lot on here. The only one that I've been playing quite frequently is Pokemon Go. Besides that, Trivia Crack, just to keep the mind going during the day. But yeah, just have some fun stuff on your phone. I just really recommend it. Shopping. Oh yeah, I do a lot of shopping. Haven't been able to cop anything off of Sneakers. Haven't bought anything off of StockX yet, or Goat. These are both shoe apps. So is Sneakers, actually. But yeah, Amazon, obviously frequent shopper there, and Chick-fil-A I just used tonight to get myself dinner. I gotta say, there's nothing too exciting on my phone. I don't have any apps that I'm really huge about. Spotify, obviously, I use the most just because, you gotta listen to music. But productivity-wise and finance, Nothing quite yet. I am in the process of starting my own business, so obviously things are going to change in there. But my recommendation is to make it as useful as possible for yourself, and this is how it's useful for me. I've learned it. I love it. The only like beef that I have with it is, for instance, let's open up Twitter, is the going in between apps like that. You could turn down motion blur, but it just wasn't the best. I didn't like that either. It cut out other parts of the apps that I really liked. But yeah, I recommend throwing everything in. It's just as easy to search. Alright, I know that wasn't like probably the most exciting phone tour in the world, but I really don't keep much on my phone. Like, there's a lot of apps, but a lot of them are just one-time use apps that I don't use every day. I really only use YouTube and the social medias every day. I'm not doing too much with the phone right now. A lot more stuff is done on my laptop than anything. There's not really a tour to do with that, but that's what's on my phone currently. I think it's going to change up starting in 2021 with the start of a new business and everything. Hopefully really going to start grinding out with that. That video about my new business will be dropping January 1st, 2021. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be just a nice video about the new company. So that's all I really got for today's video. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button down below. Smash that like button. Let me know your most used apps in the comments down below, and I will see you tomorrow.